Hey guys, what is going on? So today we are going to learn what are the data types in C++. So first of all, the data types are the types of a variable or a constant. So whatever the memory is required, whatever the type of that memory, we need different type of variables to store different types of constants, and we are going to learn that thing today. Okay, so there are actually two types of data types: primitive data types and abstract or user defined data type. So in primitive data types there are some part of primitive data types, so we are going to list out them here. So integer, character, boolean, floating point, double floating point, void or valueless, and wild character. These are the names of these all data types that we are going to learn today. And another data type is the abstract or user defined data type, for example class and structure, but today we are not going to learn about them. We will learn about them later when you are able to write some programs, very easy programs and very basic. Then we will go for harder one by one. Okay, so first of all, integer data type is here. It is used to store some integer values, for example 2, 4, -8, -1000, and actually it contains 4 bytes in the memory. Whatever the type of constants, whatever the type of your characters or variables you want to, you will have a different memories for each of these types. So first of all, we have integer, and the keyword for integer is int. It is used to store integer values, and it has some range, so you can store minimum and maximum inside this range. So whatever the range is, it is not actually useful for us because it is so hard to remember the range of all the types. There are some more things inside this all, so range may vary. And okay, so whatever, we are not going to take care of the range, whatever the range is, because this is different for all the compilers, and so we are not going to learn this. So next is character, and char is the keyword. Okay, so character data type is used for storing characters, only one character. Keyword is char, and there is also a range for these characters. Okay, so this contains 1 byte in the memory. Okay, next is boolean. So keyword is bool, BOOL, and this type of data type is used for storing boolean or logical values. A boolean variable can store either true or false, means 0 or non-zero value. Okay, and next is floating point. So keyword is float. Floating point means any number with or without decimal. Okay, so you can store 2, 4, 8, 9, 10. You can store points 0.8, 0.100, 300.400, or all this in minus, or whatever you can store here. This is double floating point, and the keyword is double. So double floating point data type is used for storing double floating point values or decimal values. Okay, and next is void, and the keyword is void, but this is not used to store constants. This is used as the return type of any function, or we will see this in later in some more advanced tutorials. This will be useful in classes and structures and all this stuff. Okay, so next is wildcard. So you can see here the keyword is little bit different, WCHAR_T. Wildcard data type is also a character data type, but this data type has size greater than normal 8-bit data type. For character it is only 1 bit, but for wild character this is more than 8 bit. Okay, generally 2 or 4 bytes long it may be. Okay, so next is data modifiers. So what are the data modifiers? So all the integer values can be negative or positive or 0, and we can change this actually. So whatever the range to store the minimum number and maximum number, we can change this range by using signed or unsigned, and we can actually change the memory required for integer. So integer by default it contains 4 bits, but if you put short then it will contain only 2 bits, and if you put long then it will contain 4 bits. So this is all same for all these variables. So data types, size of the data type and range of that, these all things are not so useful, so for now we are not going to learn these all things. So for now we are going to write a program for you. So if you want to learn something new, okay, so this is previous program, we have written this, and now we are going to learn something else. Okay, so I'm going to change this a little bit. I'm going to do as it was before, integer main, and we are going to return something, return 0. Okay, so this is previous code, nothing else here. Okay, so first of all, we all know that why we use cout and this operator to print something. Whatever here in the right hand side of this operator will be printed on the screen. Cout is a standard output operator. This is not operator, this is keyword. Okay, so this will print whatever is the right hand side of the operator on the terminal screen. Okay, terminal or command prompt, whatever you are using it. Okay, so I'm going to print size, size, okay, size of suppose we have integer is, and again I'm going to use this operator, and I'm going to put this size of, and we are going to put integer over here. Why we are doing this, you will understand this very easily. Okay, and line is used to go for a next line, and size of is a function which returns any integer value. This is not returning integer value because here it is written integer. This is by default returns integer value. This will return whatever the size of variable or constant we have put inside this braces, inside this parenthesis. Okay, so we are going to save it, we are going to compile it, and we are going to, okay, there is a mistake over here. Okay, we have not finished this. Okay, nothing else. We are going to save it, we are going to compile it. Okay, and we are going to run it. Size of integer is 4. Okay, so I should change something over here. I should put a space. Okay, so here you can see size of integer is 4. This is the previous one, and this is, okay, why? Okay, we have not compiled it. Okay, we are going to compile it, and we are going to run it. So size of integer is 4. So this type, for example, and okay, I'm going to do the same thing, cout, and again size of, for example, we take short integer. Okay, short integer is and we are going to put this function over here, and then and line. Okay, so what should we write here? We are going to put a short integer. So let's see what happens. I'm going to save it, compile it, and run it. Actually, you don't need to save it each time and compile it. So short integer is 2. We have 2 here. So if I put long instead of short, then the output will be different. This will be 8 bits, probably 8 bytes. So it's 4. Okay, why this is still here? Okay, we have written long here, but still it is 4. Actually, my mistake here. This is for long. Actually, whatever you write inside this double quotes will be printed as it is, and nothing will be changed. So if you put long integer, then still it is 4 bytes. So for by default this is 4 bytes, but it can be more than 4 and up to 8. Actually, this depends on compiler. Okay, no need to worry about these things. Actually, when we write so big programs and this all stuff, you can see so many softwares are that may take up to 1 GB, 2 GB or more than that actually. So actually this is important thing, because if your program is so big, then some computers cannot compile it and run it. But for now we are going to ignore this all things, and I hope you like this all things whatever we have written over here. If you have any difficulty for this, you can just type your comment in the comment section. And thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.